Hey guys, Lumen02 here, currently playing an oldie but a goodie. Is this hand to keep? Actually, probably not. This is probably a mull. Yeah, we gotta mull that. This hand is not much better, but it's better. We're gonna keep it. This is fine. Terminate can go right to the bottom, no red mana, so I'm going to lead on Forest. That may be a little dubious because, I'm pretty sure I'm going to play the Putrid Leech next turn. I guess there are worlds in which I'd prefer to play like an Abrupt Decay on turn 1. Alright, the Bone Splitter. Well, good draw there. We'll just play the old Leech out. And I don't think I'm going to be pumping the Leech other than to protect it from removal. I don't really care for Putrid Leech against what appears to be a mono red deck. But it's what I've got, so we're going to play it. Sword of Fire and Ice should be pretty good, though. And then the Thragtusk should be pretty good, too. Alright, cool. Yep. We're going to take a big hit from this thing. I think, honestly, here, we just go with the sword. Normally, I wouldn't promote this. I think I can get a plateau with this, right? Yeah. I really don't plan on blocking this thing, so because I'm going to want the creature, I think. I'm not going to take the 2 damage. I think the damage to myself is going to be more relevant because I think his deck is going to be faster. His or her deck will be a little quicker than mine is. But sword. Okay, well, we're going to get a beating here, so we're going to take 7. Yuck. Alright. Swing with both. That's 7 life. Not good. So here, we're going to play this little thing out, this little fellow. Do we attack here? Yeah, we do. Well, actually, can we just win next turn? We may be able to. If he can't kill us this turn, then we could just win. Because Saskia is 6 plus, yeah, plus a lot. Alright, Bogart and Ramgang. Alright, so if he equips this axe and swings, okay, he's going to equip the axe and swing. Let's do this math. So this is 6, 12, yeah, that's enough. So we have lethal. So this is 5 plus 3, 8. If he has Fire Blast, we die. I think we risk it here. If he has it, he has it. That really sucks. I think I'm going to go for it, though. I'm going to risk Fire Blast. Alright, so I have red, black, green, I need white. Just make sure. This would be horrendous if I just mistapped here and lost the game because of it. I guess it's really white or red. Actually, I don't even need to pump the Putrid Leech. It's still lethal, right? Yeah. This thing is a beating. We just outraced mono red. On a pretty good draw. Yeah, it's going to be you. Pretty crazy fast clock on both sides. Alright, so against red deck wins, we like Timely Reinforcements, like Obstinate Baloth, I like Lone Missionary, I like Collective Brutality, I like Blessed Alliance, I like Burton Forge Tinder, I like Forked Bolt, and Duress is interesting, but I don't know if it's necessary. What I like a little bit less is cards like Shriekmaw, Falcon Wrath, Aristocrat, although a fine card I don't think I want in this matchup. I actually don't think I want Marchesa either in this matchup. I think I just want to lean my curve on. I know I don't want Dark Confidant. Bitter Blossom is kind of bad. I actually don't care for Thalia in this because she just dies to so much. I like the early interaction, but like 2 mana interaction like Terminate may just be too slow. The sword was pretty... I mean, I guess it was really just Saskia just won us the game. Oh, actually, Aven Mind Sensor's kind of bad in this matchup, too. Let's go with this and see how it does. We have a lot more life gain getting in there. We just straight up outraced him this game. Which is pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool to see the 5-color or the 4-color deck, you know, outrace red deck wins. Like, didn't use any life gain, nothing, just smash face. But Saskia's a hell of a card. Alright, yeah, this hand is actually pretty good. Yeah, I like this hand a lot. So we'll go turn 1, Elves of Deep Shadow, into likely turn 2, Sylvan Caryatid, I think. Just because of its blocking capability, it just keeps you alive, so we'll keep this. Fingers crossed for no turn 1 Goblin Guide. That's actually good for me. I like seeing that. Nope, I can't send it back at you. It'd be nice if we had a basic forest here. Well, Bolt's not bad. So we're going to get Savannah here. And if our elves get bolted, they get bolted. I think that's okay. You know, the worst would be like Searing Blood or Searing Blaze. Okay, Havoc. Cast a white spell? It's interesting. I actually do have a decent number of white spells. Well, given that, I'm just going to... I'm going to take a little bit of damage here, but I'm going to play this out. Havoc seems a little ambitious against my deck. I actually don't have a whole host of white spells, but I do have some. If he plays Blood Moon here, that's really not that bad for us. Okay. So we'll take 2 off of the Havoc, but we'll drain him for 3. Okay, Burning Earth. So we take 3, go up 2, down to 11. Yep, always yield to this. Oh, come on, Moto. We could die here. It's very possible. The Lightning Bolt, I think, really is going to help us out, though. So I'm not likely to cast anything next turn. Alright, Ghost Quarter's fine. Actually, I hope he does Ghost Quarter me with something. Alright, that card is fine. Probably just block with a Wolf. Dwarven Blast Miner's A-okay as well. I don't really care if he blows up my lands that I don't want to tap anymore. Okay, 2. Well, that's interesting. Okay. I'm going to leave Bolt up actually here. Because he's just actually dead, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, outracing red deck wins with burn spells is it's kind of ironic. Alright, so guys, my Moto is going really slow. I'm going to report the result here, but I may have to do a break in video. Well, let's see. Maybe it'll get better. I don't know. It's been really hinky, and I played a faster deck today because it has been kind of hinky today. Let's see what these two are on. Okay, White Weenie versus Bant something. I think this is similar to the deck she played last time. It's like a Bant control deck. I think the White Weenie list can pack it in here. If Michelle's on 20 life, yeah, the game's over. This game looks pretty bad here. And she ousted something just to make sure he doesn't hit more land drops, or it's less likely. Okay, TLR's on White Weenie versus the 5-color deck, and it looks like he's winning quite handily. I think this 5-color deck is pretty sweet, and it actually won last week. But I think one of the issues with it is just its consistency, and against a deck like White Weenie or Red Deck Wins, I don't think it's favored. I think it's actually probably better against the deck I'm playing today, the 4-color Blood deck, 'cause it's just a little slower. Well, it tends to be. I mean, against the Red Deck Wins, it just had a faster draw than them, like, straight out. Given they had, like, random hate cards that I don't think are that good against it, like Burning Earth, I really don't think is good against 4-color Blood, because, like, you know, like, even if you're taking 1 damage off one of your lands for tapping it, like, generally your cards you're casting with it are going to do more damage in return, and or gain you life and just, like, swing the game. So I tend to think it's not that big a deal to play against it. Now, if you're playing against it with, like, you know, Total Hates deck, then Burning Earth is kind of a death sentence. Same with, like, Mana Barbs, but I don't really mind playing against Mana Barbs or Burning Earth with the deck I'm on. But, you know, because we're a little slower, I think Scape Shift control deck like Total Hates can tend to get us. He's got some consideration here. We'll see what he does. It looks like he's quite dead, but he could have something. And guys, I'm going to take a quick pause. Well, let's see what these two are on. Alright, White Weenie versus White Weenie. I actually considered bringing in Disorder today because I figured there'd be an inordinate amount of White Weenie decks running around, but I didn't put it in. I have a lot of white cards in my deck. Actually, I was kind of disappointed. Gatherling didn't allow me. Oh, that's probably game over. That card, well, he's on 28 life to 10 life. That card is a beating. So if he's, yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, he's fighting against the Sphere of Heliod, right? Does he have any flyers? Yeah, he has the 3/4. That's it, though, and the Tapper. Alright. Pumps up the Reach guy with First Strike. Seems okay. I think I would probably pump up the Life Linker. I guess it doesn't have to, though. I guess like a 3/3 against... Well, it's a 3/4, though, right? I don't know. I think maybe the line there was to pump up the Core Skyfisher just to block the flyer, the Vigilance flyer. I guess he could double block it and force a trade with it, but he can also use his Gideon's Lawkeeper. I guess the Lawkeeper does kind of screw up the math. Alright, Stasis Snare. Not bad. Probably going to get... The hero can turn the game really fast. So I don't... Here's the thing, like, if he just mises, like, a Brave the Elements, like, the game just ends on the spot. Like, just bam. And it could be over here. I have to look at his attack a little more discerningly to see what is possible. If he turns them all sideways, can he win? Alright, TLR won that game in the match. I don't know who won the first one or if that's just the first one. Alright, Golden Lyn wins. Interesting. Wonder why AEF conceded the game. That's really bizarre. Okay. Well, let's get one more look at this game. They should be on their game 3 or game 2 at this point. Nope, they're in boards. All right, guys, quick break. I'm going to go ahead and try to restart this thing and get it working a little better. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Momentary break there. Looks like motor's working a little faster. Okay, 2 lands versus 20. This is the thing that can happen to ML's deck. Can definitely, Oh, is she 4 life, though? Alright. Well, she's got 2 blockers, though, with the land. I think she probably wants to do that, but... And you could just have Brave the Elements and be like, yep, I win. What is she Time of Need for? I'm trying to think what she runs in this Bant list. I'm really curious. Now, I'm not going to look at her list, although I could. Could be Thalia, Heretic Cathar. Or Edric. Edric's very viable, actually. That makes the most sense now with the way she's tapping, is Edric. But if she sends with her Angel and plays Edric, that means she must have removal. Oh, she could have gotten Nissa too. Nissa's not a bad option. Comes to play tapped, can make a 4/4, which would also be tapped. Probably will draw a card. Does she have removal is kind of the question. Because if he does, she just dies. Like if he has like Path to Exile or Oust or something like that. So I don't think the 4/4 route is viable here. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like... I guess she has to develop her board, but I don't know why she would have tapped the Fairy Conclave if in fact she did not have removal of some sort, maybe mass removal. Could be like a Wrath of God effect. There's a Terminus that happened. So obviously he had a more developed board at one point in time. So take 3. It looks like she set up the Terminus possibly with the Ponder. No, not with the Nature's Lore on top of it. Not possible. Yeah, there's a Wrath. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, ML's on 5 cards, though, so like I feel like if he hits a land, like he can have draws that just win this. Soldier of the Pantheon is, you know, it's a card. He really wanted to be at a point where he was presenting 2 threats there, though, that could attack for lethal to force the chump out of the Fairy Conclave. I still think that deck needs to go to 30 lands. Yeah, and that right there is just going to bury him. She's down on cards, but how she gets ahead is by just burying him in card advantage, which is going to start happening. So that's 1 clue, plus the second one off the Marsh Flats. Plus, I doubt she cracks him here. She probably cracks him on his end step, would be my bet. That's kind of how I think I would run it. Just to feign Cryptic Command and also leave up blocks from the Fairy Conclave if like utterly necessary, like, you know, 2 removal spells, plus a land, plus, I don't know, something that gives +1/+0, you know? Whatever it is, Defiant Strike or whatever that card is. I don't know. He does run a lot more combat tricks in his deck than I tend to. I think the only trick I actually run is Brave the Elements, because it's so good. Okay, 2 mana card. Elite Inquisitor. Well, that's a card. Yeah, as I say, if you have a counter, you don't counter that, I don't think. I think you just let that be, and then you just pop your 2 clues at end step here. Michelle has handily got this one at this point, I think. I don't feel like there are many draws that he can have that can get him out of it. Let's see how these 2 are doing. You know, like I was saying, it's unfortunate Gathering doesn't have some of the newest Treasure Chest editions in there yet. The Commander 17 cards. I was trying to play Miri, I believe it's Weatherlight Duelist today, and didn't get it to go. Alright, so we have a Pacified Thragtusk. Does this thing fly? Oh no, it has protection from like everything in his deck. So it's just clocking him. He can gain life though off the creatures. Lone Missionary seems like an odd one to have in deck to me. This doesn't have protection from white, correct? So it could be Path to Exiled. It has blue. Oh, he's going to Tasigur here. Tasigur for something. Probably give him Counterspell, is what I would give, I think. Does it have green as well? No, it does not. So you give him Counterspell here. Counterspell is just fine, I think. What's under this? Nightveil Spectre? Noxious Gearhulk, okay. Yep, I think I'd be fine if I were him with Counterspell. And you just resolve what you need to resolve here and say go. I don't think his opponent can life him. But I think you do want, like, one more threat out. Like, one more evasive threat. There you go. That right there is actually perfect for him. I mean, obviously it can be removed, but that means the Deathrite Shaman alone doesn't keep him alive. And it means, like, any spell that he casts. Although, I mean, if he scape shifts here, does that just win the game? Yeah, it could, because he's going to get one more land out. Probably like a basic island or basic forest, my guess would be. I would guess forest. Island, okay, I was close. And then if he goes scape shift here, he can just win the game. Assuming that the last card in TLR's hand is not Aven Mindcensor. You take the damage here every time, yeah. So he has a block at a minimum, which is good. Unless, like, you know, he has a removal spell for that Solemn Simulacrum and can just get in there for lethal. Obviously, it has to be like Path to Exile or Oust. Spirit Loop. Is he going to get countered by Counterspell? Yeah, he just counterspells it. Which, I think if I'm him, I'm fine with. I don't really like drawing Total Hate into an additional card. Oop, wrong game. This one is not ended yet. They're still going at it. Okay. She got a size mass, 7 cards in hand. Yeah, that looks pretty over. Well, he can gain some life this turn. It doesn't appear he's going to do that, though. He's going to cast a Convoke spell, likely Court of Calling. And find what? Oh, he's one short because of he forgot to account for the Vryn Wingmare, I believe. He can still do it. Alright, I think I would have kept that land in hand here. Unless he, like, direly needs to resolve something. What do you get with, okay, Ajani can leave, what is his protection from red? So the Ajani can blow up the Vryn Wingmare, putting him back up to 5, meaning he's not quite dead yet. Yep. So that blows up the Vryn Wingmare, and he has his Convoke card in hand, which at this point can go for Primeval Titan. Yeah, got plenty for Primeval Titan. He could not quite Primeval Titan plus gain the life off of... Okay, well, now you have to gain the life. So you have to gain the life. You can't just play out. You can't just Convoke. Yeah. So my take is you just attack with this here and force him to use his Deathrite Shaman, but essentially lose 2 mana, which puts him at like 4 mana for a Convoke for that Convoke card. Okay, well he's gonna go for it here. Alright, so he's going to get Primeval Titan, my guess would be, and get Scape Shift plus a Mountain. No, just 5. What does he get 5? Thragtusk and Acidic Slime are already out. That's right, it's not black spells only. This is Pest Protection from black, though. So it just gives the Noxious Gearhulk back, which means that he's got a more significant clock going on, but my guess would be the Angel of Jubilation dies here. I always forget, Court of Calling is any creature card, so that's actually probably better than Primeval Titan because it clears most of the board off and gains some significant amount of life. Alright, so we're going to brainstorm here. It looks like the Scapeship deck has firmly gotten back into control of this game. Okay, we're at 2 life. Going back up to 3, though, and she has 7 cards to his 5 cards in hand. I mean, if she doesn't have counter magic, like if she just like slams something big here, like Wall of Blossoms is fine if I'm him. Like, all he really needs to do is get, like, a protection mechanic, because green is pretty much, it looks like all of her threats are green, with the exception of the Fairy Conclave. But if she can get, or if he can get a Brave the Elements, then it can only block one thing, and 2 of them get through, which means it would be lethal at that point. Yep, ML gains some random life, which I suppose is randomly good. I think she probably has counter magic up, though, would be my guess. I try to never count White Weenie out. He could just have a sword here and just slam with a sword. Like, what does it here? Like, Sword of Fire and Ice, just outright kill. Is it? So it's 11. 7 plus 2 is 9. No, it's not quite lethal. So in actuality, nope, Total Hate wins that game, but the match is not over. Okay, okay. Well, let's see who else is playing. A lot of White Weenie today, which is not a bad thing. I want to check out, this is a White Weenie mirror, which, in my opinion, like, White Weenie mirrors tend to be all about First Strike and flying, which it looks like Golden Lyn is handily done here. He's got 3 flyers, plus the Anafenza, which is also a mirror breaker of its own, and then Silverblade Paladin, which is just great because it gives 2 things, First Strike / Double Strike. He may find Karakas here. No, he's going to cast this and kill a spirit, I guess. Kill the spirit that's bonded with the Silverblade. I would think. Yeah, if you're going to use that. But I think here I probably would have gone for a land and then done that. I guess if you need the blockers, you need the blockers. But this doesn't seem great. With no First Strikers in play and the Knight on the Knight can be attacking right now. If he has any creature card to play on 1 card left in hand, I assume he does. Yeah, Golden Lyn looks pretty favored here. I guess he could just have nothing, but... And here, I don't think there is a chance in heck that ML can win this. 11 cards to 5 on infinite mana to 3 mana. Yeah, I don't really like where this is going for him. Plus, she has random life gain in play. In Nissa, what does Nissa even do in Ultimates? It's like some, what is it, untap, 6 lands, they become 6 elementals, they're still lands. I mean, that kills fast. You just do that. It's -7, though. Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well bring the offense to him because he's on 8 life, and it's not looking so hot for him. Now, does he have... Yeah, he doesn't have good blocks on the Tireless Tracker. He has to Soldier the Pantheon block it, and the 4/4 can be double blocked or the Courser. In this case, I think I would probably double block the Courser because with Mirri's Guile, yeah, I mean that's horrible. Like now you know you're drawing that, and you don't really want to draw that at all. So you need to chump twice here. Yeah, you got to double chump, and that's game. You just concede here. Like that's just concession. Like there are no cards in the game of Magic. I mean, Shining Shoal maybe, but not many realistic cards. Yeah, good game. Okay. How did everything die? Did someone Wrath of God the board? Oh, there's a bunch of blocks, a bunch of trades. Okay, well, it gets the gets this thing back, but that thing's not really. It just kills a 1/1, you know, and then it has to chump a 1/1, and he has to take 2. He's in 5 cards, so like that doesn't mean he's dead. That's for sure. Golden Lyn definitely has some dead draws that he could have, and the game could go to AEF still. I assume he has to block that flyer though. Okay. Oh, he's playing Judge's Familiar. That's pretty interesting. I've never actually run that card in my White Weenie decks. I don't think it's a bad option, though. That's pretty cool. Spirit Mantle is not one I've seen in a while, either. He's got him to 8, though. Like, 8 seems pretty good. Like, he's got a 2-turn clock in the air. Not really any favorable attacks unless he can, like, play, like, an Ancient Tomb, which obviously he can't this turn, and then, like, go into a Sword of Fire and Ice. Johnny's good beats. Johnny is dead here at least. But 5 cards to 5 cards, and my guess is the mana difference at this point is not that relevant. Not yet, at least. That's game. You just concede here. Like, unless you have like Oblivion Ring or an answer. No, even if you have Oblivion Ring, you're still probably dead. Oblivion Ring plus like, I don't know. That can block the flyer. I guess you stay alive. That's still pretty meh. Alrighty, so has the aggression been stopped? Yeah, flyers are extremely relevant in both the mirror and in the green X matchup. I consider this Scapeshift deck a green X deck. I think its most relevant mana sources tend to be green because they allow it. There you go. They allow it to fix. Well, Wasteland's probably not good here. Should try to find more value. Doesn't really want to wrap the board. That makes sense to me too. To try to see if he can get more lands off the top. Matter of fact, I think I would have been likely to do that before even playing the Wasteland out. It's just less known information. So yeah, I think I would have fetched first before playing Wasteland out. But that's just me. I mean, everyone's got different reasons. Yeah, I was going to say, I think an attack there is a little ambitious. Alright, going to get in there. Then Ajani was quite timely. If the Spirit Mantle had stayed on, this game was over a lot faster. And the 3-point life swing was definitely not irrelevant. It looks like TLR is unfortunately locked, though. So he's going to draw this Jace off the top. And do 3 down to 4. Well, I like his position a little better if he has like a Plains follow-on 2-drop that has first strike or flying, like Core, like Leonin Sky Knight or Core Skyfisher would be pretty good here. I would have actually. That was already trading. Why wouldn't you just put that on the? You put that on the flyer and get him down to 3. Okay. Well, Mystic Confluence is not good to see. Yeah, I think I would have just put him to 3 here. Well, Toxic Deluge is not a great draw. I mean, it's normally fine, but you have to kill your own True Name Nemesis. Alright, Diabolic Intent. Finding Scapeshift, I would assume. 17 life. 8 lands. Yeah, that's game. Yeah, you probably just concede here. Hit the required mana. It's 17 life. That's why he needed to get that True Name Nemesis hit in. That's why he specifically attacked with that. Makes sense now. So we're going to see a Scape Shift win here. Unless, like, I can't even think of a card. Like, yeah, I can't think of one right here that would stop this. But Scape Shift is what he finds, I believe. It's pretty cool. Yep. Alright, so unless he direly miscounted, we had 8, so even if he's short on mountains, he just needs to put enough in there to do it for... Yeah, even 6 is enough here, right? Yeah, 6 is enough, because 18. But he does it for the full Monty, so it's 21 damage right here. You can just concede here. Unless, I don't know, there's like a 1-mana card, like Angel's Grace or something, I don't know. I doubt you have that, though. Regardless, even if you could stop like one of these, the True Name, they'd still be 18 damage, and the True Name attack, so like, I don't think there's a 1-mana card that stops all damage for a turn. It'd be a pretty cool card if there was. Alrighty, so Scape shifted out, and that should complete the games. So quick pause, guys, until we get into round 2, and then we'll be back. Alright, guys, we should be back underway here momentarily. And we're playing against Golden Lyn, who appears to be on White Weenie. And we'll see how this goes. I mean, White Weenie's one of those matchups where if they have their best draw, their best possible draw, they can just overrun you. We have a lot of decent board options against them, and I think our creatures will tend to just be better, but we're going to see. So in regards to the deck, and I'll do this just kind of while we're waiting, a couple of things have changed. So Thalia, Heretic Cathar has gone in over Liliana the Last Hope, and then one of the things I had done prior to this, but just, I couldn't do it for this because the Gatherling is not updated yet with the newest Treasure Cruise cards, or not Treasure Cruise, Treasure Chest cards, is Lingering Souls is being replaced by Miri, Weatherlight Duelist, which is a card that I tend to really like. I don't know if it's good enough though, because like the two toughness is kind of relevant at 3 mana. It just gets bolted. All right, against White Weenie, I actually really like this hand. So I have a turn 1. I'm on the draw though. I'm gonna keep this. I have my mana. I have a bolt for spot removal. I have a lot of life gain. The Knight is fine. I actually want him to put his mana into making the Knight big. And I don't mind drawing one more land, because there's a good chance that this will get spot removed. I kind of hope he just pumps his Knight up, though. I mean, he's going to have to if he wants to attack. I don't mind taking 3 here, because I have the ability to gain some life on the back end of this. Yep, we'll take 3. We're going to get the Fleece Mane at this point. And I may or may not Lightning Bolt this. We'll see. I kind of want to see what else he plays. I'm not going to attack. The 1 damage is not that relevant. I feel like I'm the control in this matchup. Knight can actually... I'm sorry, Student of Warfare, not Knight. Although he is a human Knight. Can actually outgrow some of my threats pretty rapidly. A 4/4 double strike is no joke. It just takes a lot of mana to do that. So, I kind of want to see what he plays here. And I'll probably just bolt this thing. Depends on what he does. I have the Abrupt Decay for like a follow-on target. My hope is he just plays like an Anthem effect. Yeah, this is actually perfect. So, we'll make red mana here. And then we have a good Abrupt Decay target. For later on, that can actually lead to some pretty big blowout blocks. So I think this turn I just attack, leave up Abrupt Decay. Well, I guess I have to fetch if I want to do that, right? That's actually really interesting. Yeah, I think we just swing for the fences, guys. Like, I was saying that I wanted to keep this up, but that card right there is just... You just gotta Windmill Slam that, right? Like, I feel like you do. I feel like I just Windmill Slam this when he's tapped out. Lower removal count deck, so, like, this is 12 damage. Like, this is no joke of a clock. Like, Saskia has done some significant work this game, and I've, like, top-decked her like a champion, so... You know, and that's kind of like the whole mantra of this deck is that, you know, hey, if it's in my deck, I can top-deck it. And it just card quality is very high, like individual card quality. There's not a lot of huge synergies for it, but doing 12 damage off these like just 2 dumb beat sticks is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, even if he can only put 1 blocker down next turn, we still win, right? Unless Saskia dies in combat to, like, Athalia Heretic Cathar. Alright, so he has 1 blocker there. But it's actually, no, it's creatures you control get +1/+1. Okay, so we could blow him out in combat, possibly. Depends on what else he plays. We just tagged him for 12 damage, though, like in 1 turn. Feels pretty unreal. You have to remember the Abrupt Decay cannot target the Mutavault. Okay, Angel. So the play here is this. Let's do this in the right order. Make this back to a 4/3, bolt it, and then kill him. Yeah, makes sense. Pretty much perfects, though. I mean, like, we drew very well this game. I'm not going to say we didn't. But yeah, this is just lethal attacks here. Saskia, yeah, my draw was stellar. Alright. Collective Brutality actually seems pretty good here. I really liked Fork Bolt. Deathmark is good. Dread of Night is good. Lingering Souls out. Even Mind Sensor out. I'm wondering, frankly, if I'd rather have an option of Baloth than one of these like big planeswalkers. I don't know if that's the case. Queen Marchesa, possibly out just for Obstinate Baloth. That's not per se true, but I'm going to try it. Blessed Alliance. Blessed Alliance may be right. What else don't I like in this matchup? Thalia's good in this matchup. I mean, the Shriekmaw is probably fine. Elspeth has a lot of mana, and her 1/1 ability is pretty bad based on the Dread we brought in, but she's just a better card than Dread, so if we just draw her... I want her? I don't know. Reclamation Sage actually seems pretty decent in this matchup. Probably don't need the Falcon Wrath Aristocrat. We could probably cut Bitter Blossom. Let's give this a shot. I'll leave Bob in. Although Bob could be wrong. So I've had great draws today. Like, not bad at all. And sometimes it happens. Saskia has definitely been performing. What is she? Like a human barbarian? Human soldier. Okay. Yeah, Saskia is definitely, so far at this point in the tournament, has been the MVP. Although, obviously, there were some very strong assists from my removal suite there as well, in the form of Abrupt Decay, Lightning Bolt, and Lightning Helix. None of those cards are bad. I think Arc Trail is probably the best card against White Weenie, followed probably by Forked Bolt and then Lightning Helix. The ability to split damage and get 2-for-1s off of it is stellar, especially against a slightly faster deck. I mean, we say that, but when we draw out Saskia, like, you know, we can be faster. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. I feel like we're pretty favored against both these aggressive decks on this deck. Well, this hand doesn't do anything, so it's kind of risky. I may just throw this one back. Yeah, I think we mull this one. Alright, well, this is worse. We got to mull again. Alright, we're keeping this. You know, there's worse hands I can construct for the deck. It's not good, but the Arc Trail is pretty stellar. Fatal Push has got to go to the bottom because I don't have black mana yet, and I'm going to spend all my turns trying to hit mana because if I can get to mana, I feel like I can win pretty easily. Okie doke. Well, if we're lucky, he'll play another threat out. Vindicate's at least an answer for that thing. Nope. My guess would be he'll just pump this thing, though, although he may not. If he plays another threat out, like, that would be great. Like, if he plays, like, a 2-1 threat out, or even a 2-2 threat, I would be fine with that. And I wouldn't per se fault him for it. You have to specifically play around, like, Arc Trail or Forked Bolt. This is good for us. This is actually awesome for us. I understand why he did it, too, because Anafenz is like one of those investment cards that you just want to get down early and just get value out of, but it pairs up very badly against our hand, so we're pretty lucky here. We're still open to hit a land here, preferably a black mana source. No, we don't, but we have a little time here. Come on, deck. One more land, please. Preferably a black source so I can either cast Vindicate or Doran. Alright, well, that card's good. Alright, Mirran Crusader is problematic, to say the least. Well, not when you draw like a champion. I'm just going to blow this up now before something bad can happen with it. Black mana, come on, deck. Actually, just untapped land would be fine, I think. I mean, like, I'll just play the sword out. Opponent obviously has a lot of land. If we're getting attacked here by Mishra's Factory, I tend to be okay with that. But I really do need to draw some mana. We bottomed the Fatal Push, so our chances of drawing land are pretty good here. Should be, at least. Well, not land, but it's a thing. And if we're able to snap off an attack with it... Well, if we get any land now, we can cast Obstinate Baloth, which is some great life gain. I could even block here. That's pretty greedy, I think, though. I mean, you could just remove it, too. He's drawn a lot of lands here. Yeah, I think I take 5. I think the payoff is a lot higher if I hit lands, which I should be very favored to hit lands at this point. I have missed a lot, and I bottomed a card, so... You know... But it could just not go our way. Alright, Aven Mind Sensor. That means we're down to any fetch land. Well, it's not the ideal land draw that we wanted, but it is nonetheless a land drop, and we have the sword, so any other land now is going to be pretty significant. So you can realistically only attack in the air now, and if we get this sword locked up, there's not a lot of things, not a lot of good blocks for it. Obviously you could double block. Yep. Fine. Just don't have a Planeswalker, please. Okay, a lot of flyers. We're going to start taking 5 in the air. I'm going to leave back both my blockers, though, so I can block both of his ground-based attackers, so we don't lose a race here. Now, you could top deck us and just have, like, an Ajani or something like that. I think we are due for a black source. That would be very nice. We'll see if we can get that lucky. Alright, Banisher Priest getting the Obstinate Baloth. Okay, well, that leads to some blowout plays at a minimum, which is not a bad deal. Do I block at this point? If he just goes like Hail Mary, maybe I do. Alright, he doesn't go Hail Mary. Well, about the worst draw in the deck. I think we have to try to go for it here. My guess is he probably blocks with the Factory. He does not. Okay. Yeah, another black spell is probably our death knell here. We kind of got a little unlucky. Well, I mean, we drew timely removal, but we really just needed a black source. I feel like this game couldn't be lost. Now it's feeling like it can't probably be won. Well, correction. Dread of Night still turns this game around. Well, no, it had to be Dread of Night plus another card, so I guess it doesn't. Are we just dead here? We're at 3. So what can we draw? Well, let's see if we can hit a swamp or a land that has black in its nope, just a forest. So we're gonna go ahead and concede it here. That stinks. I feel like we got a little unlucky there, but hey, what can you do? Sometimes it happens. Sometimes aggro just gets you. But I don't think there's anything we need to change in the boarding process. Timely Reinforcements actually probably makes sense, but not with Dread in. Lone Missionary. God, I really like Dark Confidant, though. Like, I think Dark Confidant's actually not terrible. I think Lone Missionary kind of is. I'm just going to keep it as is, guys. That may be greedy. Maybe I don't want Bob in here. Like, but I think once you get control of the game, like, Bob just wins you the game. It seals it away. Well, Timely is good. Like, I really don't want to have, like, a random draw where, like, maybe I should put it in over the Sword. Yeah, maybe Timely is just better than Sword. Let's give it a shot. I mean, like, if we draw one, what are the chances of drawing the other? I mean, I'm probably going to open a hand now that has both Timely Reinforcements and Dread of Night in the opener, but, like, if I land Dread, like, I already feel pretty good about that. I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, because the Sword is just slow. Like, it's just really, really slow. Like, you know, it's a 5-drop. I want to be low to the ground for this matchup and just kind of try to win quickly. And then I'll value him on my mid-range / top end, which my top end is really 4 mana. I guess we have the Thragtusk, which is 5. Shriek Maw I really don't consider a 5-mana spell. It is if I want it to be, but it tends not to be. So yeah, like I think we got a little unlucky that game, but you know that happens in the game of Magic. We also had good removal, timely removal for some of his better cards against us. So I guess you know it was 50-50. But we kind of consistently missed land drops there on a Mold of 5, on the play at least. So, you know, what can you expect? Although, in all honesty, I think if we had hit our land drops, our black mana on curve, we probably won that game. That's a little bit hopeful, but I think if we hit it at all before we were, you know, at 3 life, we could probably turn the game. But there's not to be sometimes. And Sword was really not shining there. Sword was pretty bad. You know, I think if we got to keep Obstinate Baloth, maybe it's a bit better, but not much. Well, if we had to hit black mana, like, we could have blown him out pretty heavily. Gain 4 life, get our 4/4 back. I don't really care for the Banisher Priest and the Fiend Hunters, just because removal is a thing. What do I think of this? It's so close, Mull. Alright, this is... Oof. Gosh, guys. This almost looked good, but I'll have to mull this one, too. Greenland. Bottom it. Gosh, we're probably going to lose this one now, guys. This stinks. Just getting two shitty hands in a row. Well, a shitty hand and a shitty set of mulligans. Really unfortunate. So we're banking on green mana, or else we're not going to get to play this game. Which really stinks. I mean, it stinks to lose to mulligans, but sometimes it happens, you know. Alright, well, when he leads on that, I'm actually pretty happy. Probably the best draw in the deck right there. Well, not the best, but very good. Done. I think we get Noble Hierarch. And if we hit another land next turn, like, I feel like we probably can't lose, actually. If we can land this Gideon, like, that's a big game. Alright, Thalia stops the Gideon, but doesn't stop the Fleecemane. And now any land means we can cast Thragtusk or Gideon. Not attacking into Thalia. Can obviously attack with his Mishra's Factory if he likes. Yeah, if we're ever able to monstrous the Fleecemane as well, like, that's pretty good. This game is going to be really dubious, though, I think. He could just use removal on the Fleecemane as well here. Which, if he does, like, is that the end of the world? No. It's really not, but it's not great either. Yeah. So we're still kind of hoping for land here. Like, Thragtusk kind of goes over the top of him. I think at some point we will hit land, so, like, Thragtusk should shore it up. What I'm worried about right now are flyers. Flying creature cards. Those are bad. The big question becomes, do I want to start trading life with him? Because I know I have Thragtusk at some point. Okay, Paladin in Vec. That card, it's fine. Alright, not a land, but still a good card. So those both have first strike. I'm just going to play this thing out, and if I hit a fetch land, that's pretty good. Still not really great attacks unless they get like an Anthem effect, which should be pretty bad for us. Two first strikers is good against our ground game, though. So we're going to need to try to grind this out, and we're just going to need to out-top deck him here because our hand size is not commensurate with his. Obviously, I think he's actually out of lands now, and he has all gas. So now it just comes to correct sequencing for him. And if we could pull it out, that'd be great. I'm not holding my breath because 2 mulligans to 5, 1 on the draw, 1 on the play. You know, it's magic. It happens. It just sucks to have it happen. You know, 2 times in a row. Okay, so what are you going to stop here? Probably Deathrite. I could see Fleecemane. But it does stop mana abilities as well. Fleecemane would probably be right, because any land card is going to allow me to do it. I could see Deathrite as well. I don't think Noble Hierarch is the right call, but he could disagree. Deathrite, okay, I can see Deathrite. That makes sense. Still no great attacks. This may be greedy, guys, but I think I got to get the aggro going on here, so I'm going to blow up Thalia and hope that I can resolve this Gideon next turn and start winning the game with it. I could attack here and trade with both creature cards, too. That opens me up to 6 damage on the backswing, though. No, I'm going to hang back. I may have wanted to race there, though. Attack with a 4/4. If I take 6 on the backswing, I could block the Phyrexian Revoker, though, and take 4, so 4 for 4. So I get 1 good draw and 2 really bad ones. Okay, Silverblade Paladin. What do you target with this? This thing. Okay. I mean, you can send it in. I will probably trade you. No, you don't even send it in. Interesting. Now, if he all-out attacks here, we'll lose the Gideon. But I think he loses more in the exchange. If he has like an Anthem effect, that's really bad, but what can you do? I guess we don't. We could block the Mishra's Factory with Knight, block the Silverblade with the Fleecemane. Okay, what are you going to blow up here? I actually like that. Because like he could have just done one of my creatures and been able to attack it to death, which means he's actually out a card. I like this. I like this line from him. It's good for us. I mean, you can attack if you like. I think we do block here. Freeze up Deathrite Shaman. Which I'm probably not going to use, so I drew the land, but hey, what are you going to do? He's on 5 cards, so like there could be a lot of things just blow us out here, like Planeswalker, you know, of any sort. All right, Brema's annoying. Well, we can start draining him here. I wonder if he goes for the attack this turn. A Journey to Nowhere. On what? Thragtusk? On the Deathrite Shaman. Okay. Could have sent with Brimaz there for free, actually. Okay, Mother of Runes. Alright, well, this is getting quite out of hand. Yuck. Alright, guys, well, we're probably losing this one. The terrible mulligans to 5. Yeah, this really sucks, but hey, what can you do? We're going to have to start chumping. Unless he makes some egregious errors. Or we top deck really well. I'm going to take 6. What gets us out of this? I mean, Dread of Night does. Oh, really? That's a ballsy move, man. Yeah, the misses are real. Alright, well, it's really depressing to lose like this, guys. Like, I hate it, because it's just like, if I kept a good 7, like, I don't feel like I could have ever lost to this hand, but 2 mulligans to 5, it's just, I don't know, it's hot rubbish. The Stasis Snare what? The Thragtusk? The token, okay. Okay. I think he could have won this game faster, too. If he doesn't go for the win here, he should. Yeah, and I don't understand how he's using his Mother of Runes here. He could have actually killed me this turn. All he had to do is protect the Brimaz. I showed him I have 0 cards in hand. It's a good game. So if he protects the Brimaz, then he just wins. Yeah, I can't say I've really cared for how he's played for this. But he's going to win. And sometimes that's just magic. You just get unlucky. And, yeah. What can you do? And it does. Yeah. And we're quite dead. Just turn them all sideways, brother. That's all you got to do. Actually, he could screw this up. If he just attacks with a few and I'm able to block a double striker, yep. Now, if he sends another double striker, though, I can actually stay alive, right? Take 5. This has double strike too. Never mind. I'm just dead. I'm dead instantly. So I don't even get the kitchen finks trigger. If he attacked poorly, it could have gone badly for him. Yeah, hopefully you can get it, man. Let's see what our next card was. Nothing. Yeah, that was really unfortunate, guys. And I hate playing games like that because it's just like, all right, we didn't play a game, you know. 2 moles to 5 is just, yeah, it is what it is. So I lost the match 1-2. That sucks, though. It's just very unfortunate when games play out that way. But what can you do? Sometimes they do. You just have a bad draw. I think we're probably 55 to 60% to win that matchup, though. Almost every time. And I especially think that some of his play was extremely sketchy. The way he used the Mother of Runes is wrong. It's just straight up wrong. You lose a lot more games using Mother of Runes that way. You don't use her generally for combat until you are going to win. If you use it reactively in combat, you're just asking to get blown out by a red base removal on the next turn, which is a huge time beating. So I guess we each their own, but I did not really care for the way that game was played. It kind of just sucked to lose to it because I felt like some of it was suboptimal, and we just lost due to variance, But that's the game sometimes. It's just unfortunate. All right, we're traversing for what here? Snapcaster. Interesting for what? Fact or fiction? Alright, Jace is at 1. 7 cards to 4 cards, though. Yuck. I mean, Snapcaster could also Day. Could Day of Judgment here. Is there a Swords to Plowshares? Yeah. So I think here Michelle is most likely to just Swords to Plowshares this in her upkeep. I think she may have to. She's going to let him draw. Okay. I think that's very dicey. I think I would have just gone for Snap Swords to Plowshares on the Sphinx. She is possibly going for a Day of Judgment line. Huh? You just got Snapcaster, right? I don't feel like that could possibly be right. Yeah, this has got to be wrong, Michelle. Like, you really... Yeah, it can't possibly be right. Like, there is no way this is right. And then not attacking the Jace to death. Yeah, you had to Day of Judgment there and then attack the Jace to death. It was either Swords to Plowshares on the Sphinx to open up the air, or to get rid of the card draw, or it was let him draw 2, going up to 5 cards, Day of Judgment off of Snapcaster, and then attack with the Fairy Conclave into the Jace to kill it, so he's not drawing additional cards. I think that was a far better line here. Given I don't know her hand, but like 2 cards can't be better than like the 7 he's going to have in hand after he draws again with Sphinx. Because if you didn't Swords to Plowshares it the turn prior, then you're not going to this turn. So yeah, I don't see how this makes any sense. Yeah, she could be in a board position right now where there's no Jace, unless he has Force of Will specifically in hand and she like knows it, but like you still got to force him to use it, right? Exile Counterspell. Or he Snapcastered Counterspell once. Okay, you're making 2 flying. This line makes absolutely 0 sense to me. Yeah, I really don't like it. I think it's bad. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't think he had to win this. I think he could still be down at like 4 cards. Okay, well, we're on to game 3 now. So let's go back to the host CP and make sure everyone's reported. So it should be who is undefeated right now. Let's look at standings. So we have Total Hate and Saknalis is undefeated. Okay, so Saknalis, 4-color blood, I assume that's what he's on, is likely going to be playing against player T-Hate here in the finals. Who else is undefeated right now? So we have 3 undefeated players. So I'm playing TLR. I would have rather been matched up. That's unfortunate. Because I feel like we have a pretty good game. All right, looks like Suckdalis is going to face Michelle, and then Total Hate will face White Weenie again. Okay, well, our opponent should be coming at some point in time. Who are we playing against again? TLR? Let me add him in. Oh, looks like we're going. Oh. Hopefully there's some better luck involved this time. I don't know. This hand's great, actually. Yeah, this is a certain keep. So keep. We can cast all of our spells. He's on a play. Yep, Savannah Lions. KK. Scavenging Ooze is good in this game because we're going to try to trade off a lot of cards. Suspension Field on what? 3 or greater? Oops. Yeah, it doesn't work on elves, unfortunately. You're thinking of the other one. There's another one that's similar to it that does it for 3 or less. Now the question becomes, do I just... What about the Ooze here? I think I am just going to bolt this. Just to... Really, it's because it's for value on the Ooze. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm getting a card out of him for it, so I'm okay with that. I'm just going to blow this thing up. And If he wants to trade for my Lotus Cobra, I think I'm okay with that. Nope. I will certainly trade here. If you have a trick, cool. Well, that would have allowed me to cast out the Tusk this turn, but I think I'm fine gaining 2 life and just swinging in for 4. Alright, Scavenging Ooze doing what it does, swinging games around. I really don't care if he has this Mana Thresh, or what is it, Marsh Threader? Okay, Aina Umbra. A lot of enchantments. Let's get his last card. This thing will come back, but hey, whatever. We got Faith Fetters out of his hand, which is good. And if we get any kill spell, we'll just get him here. Okay. I think I'll attack with both here. Nothing, okay. Yep, go up 2. Alright, gain some more life. Cool. Alright, take 7. Put another blocker down. Alrighty. Oop. Can't do this during my draw step. Sword seems pretty decent. Eventually, it's going to be bad to block. Alright. Okay, I think it already has lifelink, so that's cool. I mean, he actually gains 6 off of it now. Do I just win this turn? Yeah, it's just lethal. Just lethal. Alright, begin sideboarding. So I like Forked Bolt, I like Dread, I like Deathmark, I like Collective Brutality, and Timely, I don't know about. Obstinate Baloth, possibly better than something else in here. Probably Queen Marchesa. What else don't I like? Sword seems kind of slow. Even though it was good there, I mean, it's just too slow. I don't think I really want it. Even Mind Sensor seems bad. Lingering Soul seems bad if I'm bringing in Dread of Night. And then what's the last cut card? Possibly Chandra. Yeah, let's give this a shot. Alright, hand's fine. It can cast everything in it, so I'm going to keep it. A little slower. But it appears his draw is a little slower too. Well, Saskia may make her third appearance of the night and possibly wrap this game up quickly. If he does nothing here, he has a very reactive hand, would be my guess. Core Firewalker really doesn't scare me. Just going to cast this little fella out. It blocks the core pretty well, and I don't think core is great against my deck. I don't really care about the random life gain. Looks like he's all in on the life gain. Okay. Alright, big fella coming in. I'm going to wait on trading off here. That could be wrong. If he has like an Anthem, I could live to regret this. Okay, an Umbra. Hmm. Going to set up for Saskia next turn. I'm taking some risk here. Not playing around Swords to Plowshares or Path to Exile. But if he's got it, he's got it. Condemn. Interesting, interesting. Now, if he wants to double block, I'll knock out the Core Firewalker here. I'll get a little bit of value out of the big body, though, before it dies. Okay. Well, he wants to race. Okay. I gain a life off this. It also takes 6, though. And it has Vigilance, which is nice. I don't really think life totals right now at least matter that much. He's certainly got quite a bit. Yeah, you. Alright, let's get in there for 6. Alright, got another answer. We have Goyf here. Actually, we've got like a bunch of cards we can cast here. I think we'll do this. Oh, do you have more? Alright, Finks is fine. Just kill half the Finks. Get him for an attack here. A decent attack here. Could just not block. Alright, he wants to try to race still. If he has an Anthem, that's bad for us, but even if he has an Anthem, the Voice of Resurgence should still be good. Nothing, okay. I'm going to play this main 2 just to limit information. Taking the beats, okay. Okay, lion. Okay, this card's pretty good. Does not have protection from green or white. Well, do you want to kill it? You can. It's going to be quite large, though. It's kind of what I thought. I figured it'd be 3 damage here. I make Goyf a little bit smaller here, but we'll put more creatures in there. You might just end up chumping with the Llanowar Elves. Okay, gain some more life. I don't really care about that. I'll trade Slime for the Oversoul of Dusk here. That's okay. I am A-okay with that. That would mean my rest of my threats become very live again. He's not happy with that. Okay, well, then I guess I'll 5 you. Okay, Angel of Jubilation. That card's pretty big. Let's get Saskia here. I don't know if this actually works. I mean, I think he actually had another draw, but I think we had him regardless. Alrighty, so let's go to player CP. And we got this one 2-0. Unfortunately, I don't think we get to play another game of Magic, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's catch the rest of the games that are going on. No. Let's see how this is going here. It'd be kind of cool if Golden Link could win the entire series. It does not look very likely here, though. It looks like he's actually quite handily losing. Yeah, not looking good. I guess the Knight of the Metal Grain can attack still. Alright, so can the smugglers a copter. Primal Command was cast. What did he exile? Primeval Titan? No, Noxious Gearhulk. Likes his last card. Interesting. So, the problem's going to be... Well, I guess the Yavimaya Dryad can't attack. I mean, it can, but it doesn't look very good here. It's top deck versus top deck here. What other games are going on? Alright, that one ended. Alright, what do we got? Okay, Knight of the Metal Grain's going away, which means he's got some more time, and he's going to find Scape Shift for the win. Alright, unless he can come up with an Aven Mind Sensor in response to Scape Shift, which is a huge beating. Just colossal. It'd be pretty awesome if he did. So he did hit for 3 here, down to 6. Doesn't want to trade the Yavimaya Dryad. Alright guys, quick pause. I'm going to use the restroom. I think this game is over though. Alright guys, we're back, and as expected, he got the Scape Shift. I guess unless he had it in hand. Should be lethal there. Really the only way he got blown out here was if his opponent had the Aven Mind Sensor. Alrighty. Is anyone else undefeated? I think Stucknalis was the last player that was undefeated. Well, quick pause, guys. Alright, guys, we're back live to see White Weenie versus 5-color Shift. I think, depending on build, White Weenie should be slightly favored in this matchup. It's just fast and aggressive, and if Total Hate misses his marks whatsoever, I think he will get beat to death pretty rapidly. But it also depends a lot on build. So turn 1 land. If you have a threat, that's not the best. Actually, I think more so you probably want just a threat on turn 1, like a 2-1. Just start swinging for the fences. Kill him as fast as you can. Alright, so Total Hate mulled to 6, it appears. He's on the draw here. I almost wouldn't fault him for attacking with the Mother of Runes here. That's not the... I mean, if you have another threat, this is good. If you don't have another threat, this is bad. I actually can't fault him here. Like, I don't think this is per se wrong. I mean, you could just have Lightning Bolt in hand and be like, you know, Taiga, Bolt, go. Which would be rough. No, he gets... I mean, it had to be a green-based land, but obviously got green-blue. Interesting. Wonder if he has like a counterspell of some sort of like a miscalc, or maybe just straight-up counterspell, Mana Leak. I think he runs all 3 of them in his deck. What's his best turn 2? Secure a Tribe Elder is probably best. Just because it allows him to fog out the Stud of War. Not pumping the Student of War, interesting to me. Kind of fishy. I don't like it. Alright, Spectral Procession. Probably going to get miscalced here. No, Eldamri's Call for Kitchen Finks? Possibly. Well, if he has the Anthem, he could just swing for the fences here. Anthem is possibly a good game. He needs another white source if he's going to have Supreme Verdict or any sort of Wrath effect. Yeah, Kitchen Finks is what I figured he'd probably get. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, though, especially against the Student of Warfare and Mother of Runes. If that's what he's playing this turn, he's going up on life, but he's taking 1 here, back up to 17. It's going to buy time, I think. Again, I wouldn't actually fault Goldenlin here if he just protects, especially with the way the mana looks, he protects the Student of Warfare after making it a 3/3 and just hits for 6, down to, we'll be down to 11 at this point. Well, do you have an Anthem? If you have an Anthem here, you definitely... No, doesn't have the Anthem. Well, he's going to allow him to gain 2 more life, up to 19. No, he's not going to block with it. Interesting. Does he have, like... I don't know what to think right now. Alright, Paladin Invec. Oh, pretty soon he's going to be in chump mode. Alright, that means Wrath is online next turn. Tessiger. Tessiger can't block the Paladin Invec, though. This is leading me away from thinking that he probably has the Wrath, because you definitely would not play your Tessiger into a Wrath if you had it. Fiend Hunter, pretty good. It's going to get Tessiger out of the way. Now, if he has like an Anthem after this, it's probably a good game. Oh, Winter Orb. Nasty. That's going to be probably game anyways. You go in with the other two as well. They have first strike. You most certainly do. You don't really care if he gains 2 life. Like, the Paladin Invec wins in combat. You don't really care about the damage here, so I don't like this line of play. But, what can you do? But Winter Orb is probably GG's, unless he has, like, Land Abrupt Decay. Because obviously, he could still have a card like that, because Mother of Runes has been kind of fogging some of that. Alright, that's a good land to have. Could he have Abrupt Decay here? If he does, he'll do it on his opponent's turn, so his opponent doesn't get the untap. Abrupt Decay is live. I guess Nature's Claim. I think you actually untap a Plains there to play around Wasteland in case... I mean, I guess it's kind of marginal. If his opponent's Wastelanding here, like, who cares? That's actually not a bad draw either. You swing for the fences with everything here. He'll block the 3/3. Now, if he can go Wrath, then he can win this game. If he can't go Wrath this next turn, then he'll just lose. Okay, well, do you have the Wrath is kind of the question. That is not a card you want to play into Winter Orb. Now I think his answer's 0, unless he has Toxic Deluge plus untapped land exactly. And even Toxic Deluge, that puts him at 1. Tapped out too. Alright, he's dead. That's a good game right there. There are no cards at this point. Yep, Goldlin takes him down. White Weenie tends to beat the living crap out of this deck. So, that appears to be the end of the tournament. And let's, I don't know what the pairing results were there. Hey guys, I'm going to go a quick pause, alright?